Readers beware, the 5th episode of House of the Dragon changes a key detail from Fire and Blood, and one character looks all the more sinister for it. Spoilers for both the book and the show ahead. Divisive final season aside, it's pretty obvious that Game of Thrones has become a permanent staple in pop culture. Now, it seems every detail about the characters, confrontations, and locations in author George R.R. Martin's world has become ingrained in viewers' brains. From the names of the Targaryens' dragons to the banners of the houses of Westeros, Martin's world won't soon be forgotten by fans of the classic series. Thankfully, these morsels of TV-related trivia have become an enormous help with our return trip to the Seven Kingdoms in House of the Dragon. Fans might struggle after being thrown into a world so far removed from the events of Game of Thrones, but the world itself is thankfully familiar enough to give them the lay of the land. In the case of this week's episode, though, one notable landmark made an appearance, one that has a well-known history of its own. House of the Dragon's 5th episode, We Light the Way, features the short-lived debut of Rhea Royce, the estranged wife of Daemon Targaryen. The unhappy couple is reunited under the king's orders after King Viserys commands his brother to return to the Eyrie following a recent scandal, and the location of their reunion holds particular significance. Those that are only familiar with the TV adaptation of Game of Thrones will remember that the first time the Vale appeared in the show was when Catelyn Stark visited her sister Lysa Tully in the show's first season. It's also where the friendship of Bronn and Tyrion began after the former fought in a trial by combat.
You don't fight with honor.
He did.
The location was notorious for its impregnable castle, known as the Eyrie. Marked by steep paths and high vantage points, the fortress has a solid track record of maintaining the home turf against the enemy. That is, until Daemon wandered through the land with nothing but a rock and an attitude. Yes, in House of the Dragon, Daemon Targaryen basically manages to infiltrate and kill the Vale's only defender, his wife, Rhea Royce. It's an impressive victory for Daemon and more than a little grisly, but this scene also features a significant change from George R.R. Martin's original work. In Fire and Blood, the book from which the show is adapted, Rhea meets a similar end, but it's one that takes much longer. While she does fall from her horse and crack her head on a rock, she then lives for another 9 days bedridden. When she eventually does get up, she collapses an hour later and finally succumbs to her injuries. Notably, Daemon doesn't kill Rhea in the book. In fact, he's off fighting a war many miles away when it happens. However, the show's version of events adds another layer of deception and cunning to Daemon's character. Here, Rhea is just another piece to move to how he sees fit. By the end of the episode, Daemon is already at work not only in brushing off accusations regarding Rhea's death, but also in making moves on Laena Velaryon, daughter of Corlys. He's certainly not killing time, that's for sure.